exit wound, so my shit shattered, so my shit spinning. Bullet, you gotta use it.
Y'all gotta bring us some money. Y'all want a peace treaty with us? Y'all gotta pay us to be nice to y'all. We pirates, we real life pirates. We see it, we taking it. We like it, we want it. We coming to get it, regardless
Bro.
of how.
You hear me?
The Park Village Compton Crips, known colloquially as the Yaah Gang, are one of the most influential and culturally unique street gangs to emerge from Compton, California. Formed in the 1970s during a period of rapid Crip expansion across Los Angeles County, the Park Village Compton Crips set itself apart not just by territory, but by composition, becoming one of the few multi-ethnic Crip sets with a strong Samoan presence alongside Black members. Centered around the Park Village housing projects and Wilmington Arms Complex, the gang carved out a formidable identity through a combination of cultural pride, territorial defense, and street reputation. Over the decades, the Park Village Compton Crips has been shaped by violent rivalries, strategic alliances, and larger-than-life figures who defined its image. From notorious cases like that of David Goldie Livingston to nationally recognized names like Grammy-winning rapper Rody Rich, the Park Village Crips have become deeply embedded in both local gang history and popular culture. This profile explores the gang's origins, internal dynamics, and the key individuals who have come to symbolize both its legacy and contradictions.
I got much to say, but y'all know what's up with me. Every time y'all run into me, I do something bad.
We known to get on foot and do bad things to people.
Just know, we them pirates. I mean, when we set sea, if we on your ass, we on your ass.
It's bad. You don't want a car right here, boy.
Entering an exit wound, so my shit shattered, so my shit spinning. Bullet, you gotta use it.
Y'all gotta bring us some money. Y'all want a peace treaty with us? Y'all gotta pay us to be nice to y'all. We pirates, we real life pirates. We see it, we taking it.
The Park Village Compton Crips, also known as the Yaah Gang, originated in the 1970s in Compton, California, during a time of widespread Crip expansion across Los Angeles County. Based in the Park Village housing projects on Compton's west side, the Park Village Compton Crips quickly established itself as a distinct Crip set within the city's larger gang landscape. The Park Village Compton Crips apart is its multi-ethnic composition, with membership primarily consisting of African American and Samoan youth. In fact, the Park Village Compton Crips became a central hub for Samoan gang members in Compton, with some reports estimating that over 90% of Samoan youth who joined Crip-affiliated gangs gravitated toward Park Village. This cultural fusion helped shape the gang's unique identity, leading to the internal nickname Yaah Gang, a reflection of their clique's pride and unity. The Park Village Compton Crips territory stretches from Compton Boulevard to Alondra Boulevard, with its stronghold located around the Wilmington Arms apartments on Laurel Street between Wilmington Avenue and Center Street. The gang exerts control over two key low-income housing areas. The original Park Village projects, historically home to many Samoan families, and the new Wilmington Arms Complex, which has long housed a predominantly Black population. Members commonly refer to Compton as Yampton, a localized term that reflects both their roots and their distinct presence within the broader Crips alliance. From its early days, the Park Village Compton Crips has stood out not only for its territorial influence, but also for blending cultural identities, carving out a reputation that remains deeply embedded in the gang culture of South Los Angeles.
Happy Hood Day to us, though, there. But that, you hear me? Thing like that, you hear this? Our park, not the banana park, you hear me? Hey, bro. You hear me?
The Park Village Compton Crips PVCC operate within a dense, an often volatile network of gang alliances and rivalries shaped by both geography and ethnic ties. As a Crips set, the Park Village Compton Crips is traditionally aligned against Blood and Piru gangs, and some of their fiercest conflicts have involved Compton's Piru sets. Their turf borders those of the West Side Pirates and Cedar Block Pirates, making them long-standing enemies. The stretch near Rosecrans Avenue has become a particularly dangerous flashpoint, with numerous shootings and retaliatory attacks between the Park Village Compton Crips and Cedar Block over the years. Other notable Piru rivals include Fruittown Pirus, Treetop Pirus, and 151-145 Pirus, with hostility extending across much of Compton's west and south sides. Despite sharing the Crip identity, the Park Village Compton Crips has also been involved in bitter feuds with other Crip sets, such as the Santana Block and Pocket Hood Compton Crips. These conflicts are often fueled by territorial disputes or personal vendettas, showing that Crip unity isn't always guaranteed. Another example is their beef with the Anzac Grape Compton Crips, which highlights how internal disputes among Crip sets can escalate into violence, rivaling even traditional Crip blood animosity. At the same time, the Park Village Compton Crips maintain strategic alliances with certain Crip neighbors, particularly those with mutual enemies. These include the Front Hood Compton Crips and the Neighborhood Compton Crips. While gang allegiances on the streets may shift, in prisons and county jails, these Crip sets often back each other under the broader banner of Compton Crip Car unity. The Park Village Compton Crips also includes a prominent Samoan subset, often referred to as the Samoan Side, which adds another layer to its network of rivalries. This faction has clashed with other Samoan American gangs, including the Sons of Samoa, a Crip-aligned group based in Long Beach. Despite both claiming Crip affiliation, tensions between the Park Village Compton Crips and SOS have led to violent confrontations. One infamous incident reportedly occurred during a Samoan Flag Day event, when a Park Village Compton Crips member met his demise by a rival from SOS. These feuds often blur the lines between gang and cultural identity, involving deep-seated pride and personal history. Further complicating matters, the Samoan faction within PVCC has also drawn opposition from blood-affiliated Samoan gangs in the Harbor and South Bay areas. Notable among these are the West Side Carson Pirus and the Samoan Warrior Bounty Hunters. As a result, the Park Village Compton Crip Samoan members contend not only with the typical Crip blood conflicts, but also with ethnic and intercultural tensions unique to their subgroup. Rody Rich, born in 1998, is a Grammy-winning rapper and one of the most prominent artists to emerge from Compton in recent years. While building a successful music career, he has also publicly acknowledged ties to the Park Village Compton Crips. Raised in Compton, Rody spent part of his youth near the Wilmington Arms Apartments, an area connected to the gang's territory. In both interviews and lyrics, Rody has alluded to his gang affiliation. He reportedly has 2 C's tattooed on his body, often interpreted as a reference to Compton Crip.
Don't do that. I got phone calls, text messages I'm seeing on the internet. I'm false flagging. I want to know what's going on.
You ain't from the hood. You ain't been to the hood.
You saying I'm not from the hood? Who's saying I'm not from the hood? You saying I'm not from the hood?
I said what I said.
I'm asking you a question.
I just said I said what I said.
You ain't see me get put on the black mat?
3 seconds, my is not
right,
a put
champ.
on, bro.
All right, champ. Three. Put 2 of them down.
Come on,
that
bro.
That ain't official? Because I know a lot of little homies that ain't get their official.
We not talking about homies. I'm talking
about that. Let's start right there, though. Let's start right there. I said, did I get my official?
Look, first and foremost, bro.
Let's start right there, bro. Let's start right there. Did I get my official?
Change the tone of your voice, bro.
His ties to the Park Village Compton Crips came under public scrutiny during a 2022 Clubhouse conversation, where an older Compton Crip, known as Yaah, accused him of false flagging, claiming gang affiliation without having been properly initiated. Rody strongly pushed back, stating he had been officially put on in Park Village and had gone through the initiation process. He claimed he was jumped in by 3 members, even knocking out 2 to earn his place. Rody also emphasized his ongoing connection to the community, highlighting that he has given back through toy drives and holiday events, and that he filmed several early music videos in Park Village to bring attention to his neighborhood. He clarified that while he grew up affiliated with the Park Village Compton Crips, he is now focused on music and using his platform to help others rather than promote gang culture. Rody Rich has not been charged with any gang-related crimes, and his record remains largely clean aside from a few minor legal incidents. His affiliation appears to be cultural and symbolic, rooted in his upbringing and identity, rather than ongoing street involvement. During a clubhouse exchange, he summed up his position by asking, "You saying I'm not from the hood? You ain't see me get put on?" Rody's rise to fame, with hits like The Box and Ballin, has made him one of the most recognizable names linked to the Park Village Compton Crips. While he remains proud of his roots, he's careful not to glorify gang life, instead using his influence to support and inspire others from similar backgrounds. His success has brought widespread attention to Park Village, showing how one of Compton's most feared sets also produced one of hip-hop's biggest stars. David James Livingston, better known as Goldie or Goldilocks, holds one of the most infamous reputations within the Park Village Compton Crips, not to be confused with the Long Beach rapper of the same nickname. Livingston's alias came from within the gang world, and his legacy is remembered for all the wrong reasons. Born around 1975, Livingston was a rare presence in the Park Village Compton Crips as one of the few white members in a gang composed mostly of Black and Samoan members. Despite standing out, he became known for his extreme violence, earning a feared reputation even among veteran gang members. His name became cemented in gang lore following the 1999 new Wilmington arms deletions, where he ambushed and fatally shot 2 unarmed security guards and injured others at the entrance gate of the Wilmington Arms Apartments, a known Park Village Compton Crip stronghold. Just 23 years old at the time, Livingston fled the scene, sparking a citywide manhunt. Police bulletins warned that he was armed and extremely dangerous, describing his PVC neck tattoo and prominent facial birthmark. Eventually captured and brought to trial, Livingston did not deny his gang affiliation. In fact, he displayed his Park Village tattoos in court and confirmed his role within the set. He was convicted not only for the double deletion at Wilmington Arms, but also for a 1998 shooting of a rival Bloods member. The jury found that Livingston had carried out multiple deletions with special circumstances, including lying in wait, and added gang enhancements to the charges. In 2000, he was sentenced to death, and that sentence was upheld by the California Supreme Court in 2012. Livingston remains on death row at San Quentin as of the most recent records. His case marked a turning point for the Park Village Compton Crips. The fallout from the deletions brought intense law enforcement pressure down on the gang, with crackdowns that reshaped its operations. In Compton street lore, Goldie became both a cautionary tale and, in some circles, a twisted symbol of loyalty to the hood. Today, David Goldie Livingston is seen as the embodiment of how individual actions within a gang can have sweeping consequences. His legacy is a dark chapter in Park Village history, one that underscores both the brutality of gang violence and the heavy price that comes with it. Granado Big Rebo Bowman was a foundational figure in the Park Village Compton Crips, widely respected as one of the original OGs who helped shape the gang's identity. Born in 1957 in New Orleans, he moved to Compton during childhood and came of age just as the Crips were taking root in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Before Park Village Compton Crips formally existed, Rebo was affiliated with the Grandee Crips, one of the early West Side Compton Crip cliques that predated Park Village. This connection puts him at ground zero of the Park Village Compton Crips formation. He was either part of the transition that gave birth to the Park Village set, or among the first to claim the housing projects in that name. By the 1980s, Rebo had become a double OG, a senior figure looked up to by younger members for his deep knowledge of Crip history and survival. Over time, he became known not just for his rank, but for his storytelling. In interviews on platforms like Street TV and Kev Mag videos, Rebo detailed the origins of Park Village and chronicled its decades-long battle to survive violence, rivalries, and street politics. In one memorable retelling, he explained how a violent attack by local Pirus unified the Park Village youth under the Crip banner, marking the gang's birth from necessity and neighborhood defense. Rebo often honored fallen members by name, ensuring they weren't forgotten. He also spoke candidly about Park Village Compton Crips' unique Black and Samoan dynamic, noting the cultural bond and strength it brought to their set. While rooted in gang life, Rebo's Park Village Compton Crips reflections were grounded in wisdom. He encouraged the younger generation to move smarter, avoid needless beef, and focus on securing a future. Rebo lived through Compton's bloodiest decades, doing time like many from his era, but ultimately surviving to become a voice of perspective. In a city where many OGs didn't live to see middle age, his longevity was rare and respected. In December 2020, Granado Bowman passed away at 63 after a battle with cancer. His death marked the end of an era. Tributes poured in from across Compton, including from rival gangs, proof of the weight his name carried. To many, Big Rebo wasn't just a gangster, he was the historian, mentor, and moral compass of Park Village. His legacy lives on in the stories he told, the respect he earned, and the lessons he left behind. The Park Village Compton Crips stand as a vivid example of how street gangs evolve, shaped by neighborhood roots, racial identity, and the pressures of survival. From their founding in the Park Village projects to their complex web of rivalries with Bloods, Pirus, and even other Crip sets, the Park Village Compton Crips history reflects both the dangers and the deep loyalties of gang life in South Los Angeles. Through the lives of figures like Big Rebo, who served as a living archive of the gang's past, and Rody Rich, who rose from the same streets to international acclaim, we see the duality of influence, destruction and pride, loyalty and loss. The Park Village Compton Crips story is not just one of violence, it's also about identity, community, and the harsh realities that shape generations. While the gang remains a fixture in Compton street politics, its legacy now lives on in court records, rap lyrics, and memorials to those who didn't make it. Whether feared or respected, the Park Village Crips are part of the city's history, and their impact continues to echo beyond the boundaries of Laurel Street.